Hi everyone, my name is James Tsao. I'm the VP of Engineering of Quinta Cloud Technology. Today I will like to spend a bit of time look back to the history of the QCT and look forward to the future and see what we can help to expand your data center and expand your business. Okay, before my talk, I would like to give you some introduction in my organization. I'm not sure, you guys, you were here last year, you remember how many engineers I have? I mentioned that, you probably don't remember. Last year, at this time, I have around 900 engineers in our headquarters. This year, today, I have about 1,200 engineers. So that's almost 30% of the growth. So later, after my introduction, you will figure out why we need such a big growth. Okay. So I think most of you know we have been working with traditional OEM and hyperscale for almost 20 years. That's a long journey, right? And in year 2009, we decided to introduce our technology, learn from working with a hyperscaler to wider public, to help more CSP to reduce their data center CapEx and OpEx. Okay. After 2009, we have achieved actually some key milestone and achievement. Okay. In the year 2011, I think everyone knows, Facebook found the OCP, and then we introduced the breakout X product line to the market. And later on, Microsoft, joined the OCP, and then we introduced the breakout M product line to the market. So those product lines allow our customer more CSP customer to use exactly the same hardware as hyperscale. Okay. And last year, AI is become a very hot topic. We introduced the world first AI appliance. That's a DGX-1. And this year, the ISD, echo to my keynotes this morning, So later I will give you more in-depth introduction on the ISD, how we make the dream, 4 or 5 years ago, become a reality this year. Okay. Let me talk about ISD a little bit more. Okay, this is I think this is a very technical in-depth. Okay, so please be patient. So we all know Quinta, we have a very unique position. We have network switch. We call 3S, network switch, storage, and the server. That's compute. That is a very unique position, and that position become very, very critical, very, very crucial when we talk about ISD. As you can see, this is our rack, whole rack. Start from the data switch, management switch, and also a lot of compute, a lot of storage, a lot of GPU, FPGA, ASIC for AI. So through the ISD, we can easily decompose all the hardware resources. And actually, there is a very, very critical function. I mean, in RSD, that's the network topology mapping. Okay, today, I think that today, most of the rack solution, use the manual cabling for the network topology. But once you are, for example, once your switch fail, you want to replace a new switch, right? You need to redo the same job. So we have a mechanism. We actually have filed more than 10 patents since 3 years ago for this kind of approach, design. So we put, okay, there is an important ingredient of RSD, that's the refuge, right? So we invest. This is the whole software stack of RSD. We invest on every layers. So we started work with the Intel back 3 years ago. At that time, RSD is not that mature. So we work with the Intel team, on the coding, on the architecture. So today we are able to demo. I think if you are interested, you can ask our sales technical support guys to get the help to help you see the demo. You can play. We have very sexy UI there. So okay, let's back to the PSME. That's firmware code, right? So normally that code is a must in the compute, in the storage, right? And since we have our own network switch, so we put that code into our network switch. So through some hardware firmware mechanism, we can learn, by automation, all the network topology mapping. That is very important for like a VLAN. So we can easily to partition through our management part manager to partition different virtual data center. This become real. 3 years ago, that's a dream. So I encourage you to see the demo. Okay. Okay. Let's switch to the other hot topic, AI. Everyone is talking about AI today, right? But actually, earlier in year 2015, Facebook and the Quanta has jointly launched Big Sur. That's under the Open Rack architecture. I think maybe some of them are familiar with that, And 2 years later, we joined together again, launched the second generation of Facebook AI appliance. That's Big Basic. And those two systems are the first AI appliance that is 100% open source. Right? And those two systems also drive the highest performance standard by allowing up to 8 GPU connect to a single node. And I believe so far, this is the best, this is the non-best design practice of AI appliance. Just last month, I went to Hangzhou, China, Alibaba. So last month, we take one more step forward. We jointly launched with Alibaba on this EIA 90-inch AI appliance. Again, this is the first EA 19-inch appliance, which will be in high volume soon. Okay, and This is, so the architecture of this 19-inch AI appliance, you know, AI, I think Intel fully agree that AI, not just a GPU, right? We will have more solution, ASIC, Nirvana, FPGA, right? So this architecture already consider all the feature technology of AI. So based on this architecture, we can easily, and through our ISD, this is one of the part of the ISD building block. So we can easily compute, compose the hardware resources for different AI model and the framework. You know, this become real now. Okay, so we are very excited about the AI future. Okay, so basically for AI, so far we already invested for 4 years. And AI is quite different, okay, deep learning, machine learning, okay? It's quite different from traditional workload. So there are so many hardware architecture solutions, silicon, right? And on the system side, because of different model, different work framework. And for example, what's the ratio between CPU and GPU? CPU versus Nirvana, right? How about framework Neo from Intel, right? So that's so complicated. So that's why we need to increase the resources. So that's why we add 300 more engineers. Some of them are AI experts. You know, some of them are like PhD. You know, they are like a scientist, right? From the school. So we can successfully, actually, we help our CSP customer. Because AI is new, so there is a gap between the software and the hardware. So far, they're difficult to find the engineer who both are familiar with both sides, right? So basically, we need different areas of engineer work together, tied together. So we can analyze the workload. For example, we use AlexNet. We run AlexNet on different solutions. And then we use the logical scope. We even measure the throughput on the bus. Try to figure out where is the bottleneck. That's hard work. But you need good talent engineer, and you need to invest, you know, because the return may be in probably not this year, right? Maybe in 2-3 years. So we need the support from Mike, and Mike has the vision, right? And also, you know, the top management of Quanta, QCT, you know, we all agree on the direction. So we believe working with Quanta, QCT, CSP, you know, you don't need to build your resources immediately. You can leverage my team, my resources. Okay. So you can see, this is the whole stack of the AI. So we have tons of different hardware resources, poor resources, poor NVMe, poor GPU, poor ASIC, poor FPGA, right? And also, and through the keys through the ISD. So I'm very proud of my team. So we are the best partner for the data center customer to work with. Okay, that's all my presentation. Thank you for showing up at our Q.Synergy. I'm available, you know, anytime. So, and I encourage you, again, I encourage you to see the demo of the ISD. Yeah. So NTT, you know, our partners, you know, yesterday I have some chat, short conversation with NTT. I think they are very impressive on the latest version of ISD. And this afternoon, I will have a fire chat with NTT people. So, so you are interested, come back at 4:30. Thank you.